Hello，大家好啊！上堂講到 cyberbullying 網絡欺凌可以用嘅詞彙 vocabulary，今堂咧就會繼續講 causes and suggestions. So last class we talked about the vocabulary we can use to talk about cyberbullying. This class will talk about cyberbullying causes and suggestions. Do you think you can suggest the causes and solutions of cyberbullying? Let's read the following article. You can press pause and then read and finish the task first. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is the use of the internet and related technologies to harm other people. It is usually done in a deliberate, repeated, and hostile manner. There are many methods cyberbullies use to bully their victims. It basically involves sending or posting texts or images through internet or cell phones to hurt or embarrass another person. The texts may include threats, sexual remarks, hate speech, rumors and gossips, etc. Cyberbullies may also disclose victims' personal data at websites or forums and publish materials in the victim's name so as to defame or ridicule them. Other than texts, some cyberbullies make use of images to hurt other people. They post victims' photos or victims' edited photos with defaming captions or sticking victims' faces on nude bodies, etc. to ridicule their victims. According to researchers, cyberbullying instances have been increasing over the last several years. Some children even start being mean to each other online as young as primary 2. At first, more boys engage in cyberbullying than girls. However, by middle school, girls are more likely to bully others than boys. In the US, 42% of the kids have been bullied online, while 58% of the kids admit someone has said mean or hurtful things to them online. In Finland, a study in 2010 shows that between the ages of 13 to 16, 4.8 were cyber victims only, 7.4% were cyber bullies only, and 5.4% were cyberbully victims. The study found that the pure cyber victims were associated with a variety of factors, including emotional and peer problems, sleeping difficulties, and feeling unsafe in school. On the other hand, the pure cyberbullies were more associated with factors such as hyperactivity, unwillingness to help others, as well as conduct problems. The kids who suffer from cyberbullying experienced some form of harassment and felt distressed by the incident. They typically have low self-esteem. Emotion-wise, they become frustrated, scared, depressed, angry, and retaliating. Behavior-wise, they tend to run away from home, cheat on school tests, skip school, or use alcohol or drugs. In serious cases, they begin to avoid friends and tend to commit suicide. As for the kids who bully others, they are more likely to have problems with rule breaking and aggression. Despite the being cyberbullied, many kids are not willing to tell their parents or teachers for fear that their access to technology will be taken from them. While 24% and 14% told a parent or teacher respectively, 28% did not tell anyone, while 41% told a friend. As cyberbullying has become more common amongst young people, laws are introduced in different countries to penalize cyberbullying. While some laws make it illegal to use electronic means to coerce, intimidate, harass, or cause others substantial emotional distress, other laws give the school the power to discipline students for bullying others offline and online. Besides legislation, there are awareness campaigns against cyberbullying. Some countries launch public service advertising campaigns designed to educate preteens and teens about how they can play a role in ending cyberbullying. Some prepare additional resources and materials for the school to educate the teenagers in the difference between free speech and hate speech. Some even organize forums to address parents' legal responsibilities and teach them how to handle violent posting of videos. Virtually, no efforts have been spared in this attempt to contain cyberbullying. According to the table below, please match each paragraph with its summary. Press pause now and press play again when you are ready. Paragraph 1. Definition of cyberbullying. Paragraph 2. Methods used by cyberbullies. Paragraph 3. Age and gender of cyberbullies. Paragraph 4. Findings about cyberbullies and cyber victims. Paragraph 5. Harmful effects of cyberbullies. Paragraph 6. Statistics about whom the victims tell their experience to. Paragraph 7. Government's measures to fight cyberbullying. The following mind map summarizes the methods used by cyberbullies to hurt their victims. Refer to paragraph 2 and fill in the blanks.
Methods. Using texts. A. Threats. B. Sexual remarks. C. Hate speech. D. Rumors and gossip. Using images. A. Post victims' photos. B. Post victims' edited photos. Answer questions 3 to 8. Explain in your own words why many kids are not willing to tell teachers or parents that they are cyberbullied. 4. Paragraph 7 mentions that the preteens and teens can play a role in ending cyberbullying. What roles do you think preteens and teens can play? That is, what can they do? 5. According to your understanding, why is it important for teenagers to know the difference between free speech and hate speech? Answers. Number 3. They are afraid that their parents and teachers will not allow them to use the internet or mobile phones. 4. For example, they should learn to care and support one another. They can report to the teachers or parents if they witness or experience cyberbullying. They can organize or help in anti-bullying social activities, etc. 5. Many cyberbullies think that they have the right to do or say whatever they want online. If they understand the difference of free speech and hate speech, they will know that they cannot spread hate or intimidating messages using freedom of speech as an excuse. 6. Paragraph 10 mentions some concrete details of the legislation and awareness campaigns designed to fight cyberbullying. List them below. 7. Explain the awareness campaigns for cyberbullying. 8. Rephrase, no efforts are spared in their attempt to contain cyberbullying, in the last line. Answers to number 6. A. Some countries have criminalized cyberbullying. B. The laws have given schools the power to discipline cyberbullies. 7. A. Some countries launch public service advertising campaigns designed to educate preteens and teens against cyberbullying. B. Some governments provide cyberbullying-related materials for schools to use. C. Some governments organize forums to address parents' legal responsibilities and teach them how to handle violent posting of videos. 8. They have tried their best to prevent cyberbullying from getting worse. Speaking activity. Making suggestions on dealing with cyberbullying. If you were the next chief executive of Hong Kong, what would you propose to tackle the problem of teenage cyberbullying? Suggest at least 3 measures or actions which should be taken. You may first jot down a few points below. Some suggested answers. Set up stricter laws. Impose heavier penalties. Step up educational campaign. Include anti-cyberbullying materials in textbooks. Hire more social workers to counsel cyberbullies and victims, etc. Exercise. To address the issue of teenage cyberbullying, what should different parties do? Write suggestions using modal verbs such as ought to, must, have to, can, etc. Suggested answers. 1. The cyberbullies must refrain from harming other people for their selfish pleasure. 2. The victims should never hide their feelings but seek for help from others. 3. The parents should always mind the emotional states of their children and offer advice whenever necessary. 4. The teachers ought to discipline and educate students who are rude to others. 5. The school should not focus only on students' academic achievement. Moral standard of students is equally important. 6. The government must set up a counseling website or hotline for students who feel they are being bullied by others.